Okay, this is Miss Migraine, Kamoy Jones. Apparently, as of late, I've been having a serious setback from the normal hemiplegic migraine. It's getting to the point where I don't even know what I look like when it's happening. I was on the phone with my mother, Google Duo, and she said my eyes, which are already big, she said got super big, and I stared off into space. And I guess it's something like this. And she said I was non responsive. Now, usually when I have my hemiplegic migraines, I can respond. Not this time. I can hear people, but I can't say anything. And then I kept fading into sleeping. Um, my son called the EMTs after getting a text message from my mother saying, go check on your mother. um, he came up and he watched me for about 10 minutes. He said my head was hung all the way back with my mouth wide open and my tongue just drift to the side like I was about to swallow it. And I wouldn't answer him unless he yelled really, really loud. But I still wouldn't answer. I would just, So finally he called 911. Apparently my blood pressure was super high. So it was a stormy night, stormy Monday. And they took me via ambulance out of my home to Washington Hospital Center, which took great care of me. But they asked me the oddest questions like, do you snore? I don't know, I'm sleeping. Um, and I don't have a partner in my bed to let me know. So they were like, well, do you know what your eyes are looking like now? Unfortunately, I don't have a mirror in front of my face. So no. Hate to say it, that was the men asking those questions. The women didn't. I had a lot of blood in my urine. They kept saying TIA with renal failure. So I'm assuming my kidneys are starting to get the best of me. Which I have Berger's disease, BERGERS, or IgA nephropathy. I am sharing this because this is a whole new, not normal for me. Around 9:30 to 10 a.m. yesterday, in front of the nurse after she gave me my medicine, apparently my face started to drop on the left, which I have left side weakness from strokes. As she started talking to me, I went somewhere else. And she said, are you okay, Miss Jones? And I'm like, yeah. And I kind of went again somewhere else. And then I kept drifting and drifting, and it felt like I was being sunk back into my bed, and I couldn't open my eyes for anything. And then I started twitching and twitching. So they were like, okay, maybe it's not a code 1 stroke. She's having a seizure. So they fixed the normal migraine cocktail, which I don't know if you guys heard of a migraine cocktail, excuse me. It's Toradol, Benadryl, Reglan. So if you ever go into the hospital for a migraine, you can ask for those three things to see if you can get over the migraine, and you can usually go home after it successfully works, which is 10 minutes later normally. Um, but they added Ativan this time because I was all over the place. I came to about 10 minutes later, so we're all thinking, like, okay, it's got to be the migraines. Well, I left the hospital last night, and on my paperwork it said neurologic deficit, TIA, and migraines. So I have to see a different, they want a second opinion on my neurological health, and which I thought I was in the right place because I see one of the top doctors in the U.S. I didn't think it got any better than that, but no problem. This is a different one. I will gladly go out there because this I can't take anymore, and it's really running its toll. I'm very scared for my life and anyone else's life that has felt this way. That sunken feeling feels like the end of the world, and I'm not even sugarcoating it. It feels like there is no tomorrow. Um, there is no 5 minutes later. They even put the pads on to resuscitate me because that's how bad I looked. And as you can see, I've developed a permanent lazy eye. What happens is it comes from here down here, it makes a smaller nostril, and then it starts to droop over here. And I'm just, so even the skin in my face is loose. Um, I just want people out there that have migraines, hemiplegic migraines, strokes, TIAs, any neurological disorder, get more than one opinion, get your MRIs, get your CAT scans, and there's even more tests that can happen where they try to put you to sleep with your eyelids and check and do the sparky things, and also put um, electrodes around your head, and there's so many tests that can try to figure out what's wrong. And it gets to the point where when they ask you, is this normal? And it's like, I have to say it's my normal. Because if I say, well, no, not really, that's because I'm answering about theirs. So I have to remember, say, it's my normal. You have to own that part, so they won't keep asking you, is this your normal? I mean, is this normal for you? It's like, it's my normal, yes. I'm permanently weak on my left side, and that's what it is. So as my eyes get smaller, that means this is over. Because I do not want to have an attack. I have an appointment with my doctor at 9 a.m. and I plan to make it there because that's my internal medicine doctor, and I'm already dressed for it way early because that's the way it is for people with lupus and who can't, kind of get it together as fast as everybody else. You probably kind of get it together the night before. These are my eyes when they trying to get big, but as they dance back and forth with the nystagmus, it just means I need a meclizine because I'm about to be dizzy. So, and it's crazy how they shake. But I know I'm not alone, and I want you guys to know you're not alone out there. Love you guys, and be the strongest and the best that you can be. It's the only way to be. I don't know if we have any religious believers out there, but God is good. So, I don't know what you call your God or your higher power, but He is in your presence. If you are here today, He is in your presence. All right. Thank you guys for listening.